Now back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us today. In studio is one of the more animated, colorful, and now well-traveled guests that we get to talk to on a monthly basis.
Absolutely. Daryl Stern, president of Stern DMB, responsive web design, inbound marketing, content marketing, social media marketing. This is the guy who is on top of all the trends when it comes to marketing. When we think about the technology and how much things have changed, the only one person I know that's really keeping up with it is Daryl Stern. Daryl, welcome back from London.
Yes, top of the morning to you all. I don't know if that was actually English, but there you go.
You can say that. Right. The last time we talked to you, you were getting ready. You were talking about going out to London because of all the exciting things going on in Snapchat. Tell us a little bit about your trip to London and how that all played out.
Well, yeah, there's an amazing group of young people that put together the world's first Snapchat global event and award ceremony that they called the Ghosties. And they brought in all of the top Snapchatters from all over the world to this place called the Magic Roundabout, which is a really, really cool club. What it is you go down into the underground, and then you come up into the roundabout. So there's traffic basically around you, and the whole bar and the whole setup is in the roundabout.
How cool is that?
It was very cool. It was a very cool and unique kind of hip, place to have this kind of new, social media, worldwide event and all that. It was awesome.
All right. So you finally got to meet some of the people that you've only Snapchatted with, right? You
Exactly.
Get to meet them in
Exactly. Yes. So to see them in person, and it's amazing on Snapchat. It's a very intimate experience when you're Snapchatting. You're holding the phone. It's kind of like FaceTime. I mean, you're getting to know these people, close up and seeing the different types of stories that they tell on Snapchat. So you know them. They're almost like your neighbor. You feel like they live across the street from you. And then, of course, here they are. And surprisingly enough, they're all very tall. So Eric would fit. I was surprised.
Tall.
They're all ahead. Even Simon Barry, who we talked about last month, who was at least a head taller than me. So I felt like the American Gulliver's Travels, little person.
Well, isn't that interesting? Okay, so Daryl,
yes,
social media is the equivalent today of the .com thing.
Right.
Back in our day. What's next, and how are we handling all of this?
Well, here's a comparison that I wanted to make today. So back during the .com boom, everybody was investing in something on the web and creating websites and trying to make up these businesses. So you had, for example, WebMD decided to spend $1 billion on a new website that would give everybody free medical advice. Where's your profit margin? In other words, there was such a fever in that, we're going to make it so that your groceries can get delivered on the internet. We'll walk your cat through the internet. We'll do everything through the internet, and that's it. So some businesses like Amazon and all that have stood the test of time. But even Priceline, when it first came out, their IPO literally said, we're not making a profit.
Yeah, name your
And the
own
next
price.
day, they were bigger than American Airlines, in terms of capital and value. So it all settled, the dust all settled and some things. But what I'm getting at is now with Snapchat and this new way that brands can work interactively with young people and millennials and everybody on this new type of media, some people are saying, well, this is totally new. Throw out everything that you've ever known. People just want to have access and loyalty and all these kind of things. And I still say, yeah, but somebody's got to be buying something at the end of the day for business to still stay in business. So let's not just make everything an interactive show of just fun stuff that people are seeing, people using brands and all that weaves into these amazing Snapchat stories.
Just
You
because
get what I'm saying.
it's new and shiny doesn't necessarily mean we throw the baby out with the bathwater with the old marketing techniques.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, with what I'm doing, the work what I'm doing with Saul Reisman, and at the end of every video, he says, pick up the phone and call us, and let's take a look at, where your brakes are, where your suspension is. I put the phone number and the call to action in every time a YouTube video. Why? Because people can't be lost. You see some viral media, and you go, wow, that's cool. Those shoes look cool. Where do you get them? What was that? It flashed by so fast, I don't even know what it is. So isn't that, in fact, losing some of that momentum in terms of, what I'm saying? You're putting your brand out there, you're investing in all these type of new, even quick, short little media clips, but you're not no one's saying where to go and find out more about it.
And buy something, because you're right.
Exactly.
There still is a business model that we can't just it's not just for fun and games.
Exactly.
Right? And for marketing, but we actually have to figure out how do we tap into the changes, because it's constantly changing, Daryl, all the new technology. And there's a learning curve to it, but underneath it all, the basis, the foundation, the principles haven't changed.
Right. Now, on the flip side of that, I've witnessed firsthand what you would call real, true social media influence. Craig Fox, Flawless Fox 81, he has a hashtag Flawless Army. And yesterday, they decided to start a new YouTube channel. And they said on Snapchat, and all of the different groups said, go to there and subscribe. We want to get 1,000 subscribers in a day. And they did it.
In a day.
In a day. So you
Don't
start to say, what is the investment in building
I've got
your brands?
151.
Well, right. Well, what is the investment in... Exactly. What is the investment in building your following, the people that are loyal to you, the people that want to tune in every day, like to this show and all that? What is the value of that? Well, the value of that comes when you want to launch a new product, or you want to launch a new, format in social media or something. You can pull the people from one world into the other. So there's a lot to be said about investing the time and effort to do this. So one more thing. So these Snapchatters, the ones that are in this entertainment industry, imagine this every day, like you guys have to do. You have to go and create new entertainment like every you guys do.
Sure.
Yeah.
But they're doing it, on their phone. They have to run around, travel, go to different places, tell jokes, take people on adventures every single day of their lives. And they're being expected to, too. They practically, when they get big enough, can't skip a day. So... Now, here's how this works in terms of influencers working with brands. So what Shonduras said, he's one of the #1 people ever on Snapchat. He was recently invited by Red Bull, his whole family, out to Hawaii to promote them at a big event they were doing out in Hawaii. What he said was, no, I'm not going to all of a sudden stand on, appear here behind this sign and do my, normal things that I do. And you're going to just see Experience Pros in the background. His followers would be like, why are you there, and what does that have to do with you, and what it doesn't make sense. So he said, if I'm going to promote Windex, for example, I'm going to get my friends, we're going to put Windex in squirt bottles, and we're going to have a squirt gun fight and see who goes blind first. In other words, that's what he does. He skateboards, he crashes into things. He's just this fun, adventurous kind of guy. So when you approach them as a brand and you're approaching a social media influencer, let them be creative. That's the point of it.
Okay.
And let them kind of mold and take their, because they know their following, they
Yes.
know what is expected
Sure.
from their audience,
Yes.
right? But I gather this is the same as if you had a celebrity endorsement. No, certain actors and actresses and movie stars are not going to do what advertising agency makes up in their head too.
You
So
have to have some
the
reason
brands
for
have to
engagement.
match.
Yeah, that's right. That's
The
right.
brands have to match each other. We're talking with Daryl Stern, the president of Stern DMB. You can sign up for your Stern Storming session with him to talk about Snapchat, Snap Happens, Twitter, being creative with your marketing, not just sticking up a banner, not just having a call to action, but something that is engaging and entertaining that people actually want to connect with. Daryl, what is the best way for people to follow you and connect with you?
sure, you can call 303-353-4354, and you can also go on my website, which is Stern, STERN-DMB.com.
SternDMB.com. And don't you want to work with somebody who's actually out there engaging and using the tools? This isn't just theory, hasn't just read about it. I remember we had somebody come into a previous company we used to work with, and they came in and she goes, yeah, I hear that social media is really where, she was the social media person, because she heard that's really where the people are at. And thought, okay.
Yeah, you're not involved.
But we still need to bring them from that world into the rest of the world of closing a sale and and all that other stuff for business.
And those older folks like us need to realize that video didn't kill the radio star.
Right.
That the VCR didn't kill movies. And
Exactly.
streaming didn't take away the music industry.
Right.
We're going to be okay in the social world
Right,
as
but
well.
you have to learn, like
Adapt
Daryl
or
said,
die.
right? Bring the two together so
Exactly.
that business is still growing and people are still buying stuff. He's got an intensive 3-hour marketing strategy session that he'll work with you as well. SternDMB.com or go to SternStorming.com. Daryl, thanks so much for being with us today.
It's awesome. Thank you.
And welcome back. Glad you're back, and everybody's taller than you.
Exactly. I don't know.
We'll be back with more positive business talk right after these messages. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.